like this. As I look out over the crowd, I like what I see here. This is cultural diversity. Y'all are like a representation of New York to me. That's one of the things I love about New York. New York is so culturally diverse till you always see things that totally shoot holes in all the stereotypes. And I saw something not too long ago. I was here in Manhattan on 59th Street in Columbus Circle in the subway station, and I saw 3 Asian tap dancers. Oh yeah, and they were getting down too. They were up there, they were doing things. I mean, they were doing tricks. People were walking by putting down money. I mean, even black folks are walking by going, look at those Asian tap dancers. And it inspired me. It inspired me so much, so I came back a couple of days later with a couple of my boys, and we started doing martial arts. So now we're doing Tai Bo and Tai Chi, and they're tapping, and we're having this cultural exchange of Asian tap dancers and black martial artists, and people are walking by putting down their money, and then we robbed them.
How you doing? How many people are here from New York? Anybody New Yorkers? Like one person, the person that came with me, my man. All right, how you doing? My name's Famika, and you all staring at me like, like I stole your wallets or something. Like she was scared. And she's got tats on her face and a nose ring. So like I'm like, hello. So anyway, my name is Famika. I grew up in New York, if you can't tell. I live in Brooklyn. It's a tough place. Jehovah's Witnesses don't even knock. They just break in. Man, I'm funny. So, anyway, my neighborhood was tough. You know, like, it's really expensive. We're like, where you from? Yeah, like, where you from? Canada. I don't even know anybody from Canada except I get to quarter sometime my laundry, so that's about as far as I can go with you, yo. No, but seriously, my apartment is like about the size of this stage in New York. $2,000, you know what I'm saying? I bought a treadmill, it's like I was living in a hamster cage. No, seriously, my neighborhood's really messed up. It really is kind of scary, you know. You ask someone for directions, they say go down 3 crackheads, make a left. Come to a knife in the road. I said, you mean a fork? The guy's like, no, a knife. I said, what happens when I come to the knife? He's like, duck, hello. I was like, that's where all the Puerto Rican people live, who I love. Any Puerto Ricans here? No, because nobody's from New York, okay. I feel like right here I'm just like representing the Puerto Rican Day Parade, and I'm not even Puerto Rican, so. I'm multiple cultural. I'm half Italian, half black, which sort of equals to Puerto Rican. I feel like I'm in Oklahoma. I don't even feel like I'm in New York. I feel like y'all I just got like twisted up with like one of them Dorothy things and like left here. You was like staring at me like, what's up with her? So anyway, all right. Where you from? Indiana. I have no jokes for Indiana either. It's messed up. I swear. All right. So anyway, okay. Here we go. Have you ever met like black people? Any of you in the house? So there goes my Obama jokes, right? Hello, that was out the window. What's up? Well, she looks like you look like you at least from like Jersey or Long Island or something, no? Because she's like man rock and roll. You got the tattoos. Where you from? She's from Canada. Oh my God! You're like the scariest Canadian I think I've ever seen in my life. Look at her, she's got like tats all over her arm. I was like, oh my God, you must have been to prison like for like years and stuff. She's like, oh, I'm from Canada. I'm not gonna mess with your man. Is that your man right there? Oh my God, she's like, yes. I'm like, okay, moving on. Don't hurt me. That'd be so embarrassing. I go back to the hood and I'll be like, I got my ass whooped by Canada. Like nobody gets whooped from Canada, not even Mexico. You know what I'm saying? Like, do you get like Latinos and mixed people up in Canada? Do you have black people in Canada? Like, we like it warmer. It's like mad cold up there, right? I know you guys got the messed up coins that keep messing me up when I do the laundry. I don't understand. It's like, what does it equal? Like a quarter, 23 cents? I don't understand. Like you put the quarter in, I know it's got like a duck on it, but it just be messing me up. Like 1 week is like 17 cents, and then the next week is like 27 cents. I'm like so confused. Where you from? He looks scared. But don't worry, you with her. She got You guys like all together? You always kind of like came down? No, they're like, no, I'm not with the scary Canadian people. That's too much. Where you guys from? England? Oh, you all snotty, you know. England, they'd be like, oh, you messed up my language, you know, so I can't be rolling with you. I went to Amsterdam though. That was fly. I went to Amsterdam. Anybody here ever go to Amsterdam? I didn't know about Amsterdam. All I knew was that they had these coffee shops, you know, and I'm like, okay, I need a latte, you know, because, you know, I'm like, why do I need cappuccino? That's like an old MC Light song, all you white folks don't know it. But anyway, so I go in and I go to Amsterdam, I walk into this coffee shop, a puff of smoke hit me. I don't remember anything after that. No, for real, y'all, the next day I looked down at my bed, I saw a man's leg in my bed, and I was like, oh my God, I'm a whore! It took me 5 minutes to realize it was my own leg. I just desperately needed a shave. Hello? So, and then I went to Paris. They said like Paris is like the city of love. Anybody here ever been to Paris? Oh my God! And they said, you know, they say it's a city of love, and it is. Everybody's in love. It's kind of scary, you know. I went to the Eiffel Tower. The couples kissing and watching the sunset. And I went to the fountain of the Louvre Museum, and there was couples holding hands, and they were splashing in the fountain. And then I walked around the corner, and I looked in the pet store window, and there was 2 birds making out, you know. And so I was like, that's a little weird. Okay, so I go inside, and I say to the pet store guy, I was like, what kind of birds are these? And he's like, all snotty in French. So he was, these are poulets d'amour. These are love birds. In fact, these birds are so in love that if you separate them, that they die. So I bought one. Like the one on the left, you know, screw that bird. I'm not gonna be a third wheel in my apartment, you know what I'm saying? I'll be all by myself. This bird will be colored up with another bird behind me. I don't need that. I already have enough self-esteem, you know? Seriously, it's messed up. I can't find love for nothing. My man, they be taking all my money. It messes me up. You know, the only person I know in a good relationship is my brother, and he's gay. So that's like, you know, which I know doesn't go over with the rest of your home because you're from the, you know, except for Canada. Canada and the France like, yeah, we don't care, we're Canada. We make our own rules. At least she does. Do you like slap him around? I know she, and he's like, I love it. Yeah, he loves it. I hope that's not your mother. No? You're their mother. I was about to say, oh, them too. All right, because I was like, don't be there like, yeah, she locked me slapping all around. Like, okay, let's move on. So my brother came out of the closet the other day. You ever have someone come out the closet, but you knew they was like gay all along? And then you can't be like we didn't know, you know? So we sitting through dinner. At the end of the meal, he looks up and he's like, I know this is gonna come as a shock. And then he like clutched his pearls in his matching handbag. I was like, did you know? I said, no, I didn't know. He was crying. I was like, here, take a tissue. Your mascara's running. He was like, thank you. All right, guys, that's like my time because they gave me the light and I'm gonna have to go. Thanks for listening.
I love New York City. People say it's the greatest city in the world. I say it's the greatest city in the world, except when it comes to the rent. The rent is so high in New York, it forces people to live with each other. Like me and my wife. I swear to God, we want to get a divorce, but we can't afford it because the rent is so high. And every time we have an argument, it's always the same thing. It's like, I hate you. I hate you. You cheated on me. You cheated on me first. Get the hell out. The rent is due. Maybe we should work things out. That's why I tell people, if you're gonna come to New York City, stay single. Because as long as you're single, you can live anywhere you want. When I was single, I used to live in a basement apartment in New York City, right? Basement apartments are real popular because they're real cool, but they're super, super cheap. Only bad thing is sometimes these basement apartments come with the landlady upstairs. You ever have a New York City landlady living above you? It's crazy, because they like to tell you when you're making too much noise downstairs. But they won't call you or knock on your door. They like to tell you with a broomstick. I swear to God, as soon as the music got a little bit too loud, she gave me some of these. Cut that music down there, I'm trying to sleep up here. I didn't give a crap, I gave it right back to her, but like, screw you, witch! What'd you say? Nothing, Mom. I was hungry. The music was loud. I'm sorry. I'm originally from Queens, New York. Nobody usually cares. I love my borough, but it always bothers me that nobody gives it the love and the respect that the rest of the boroughs do in New York City. And I didn't understand why until somebody told me. A friend of mine was like, yo, Pudge, you guys don't get the respect because you don't got the street cred that the other boroughs do. And I finally figured out what he was talking about when I went to a nightclub in Manhattan. And in the middle of the nightclub, the DJ grabs the microphone, he does a New York City shout out to see who's in the club. Right? The music will be banging. He'll grab the microphone. He'll be like, Brooklyn, where you at? They're like, what? Bronx, where you at? Boom, boom, boom. Queens, where you at? Oh my God, that's us over here. How did he know? He's so nice. Thank you. I swear to God, Queens was voted the nicest borough of all New York City because we're the only ones that say please and thank you while we're robbing you. That's our street cred. One thing I'm proud of about my borough is we're the most diverse borough out of all New York City, hands down. We are so diverse. We have a car service for every race in Queens. Swear to God, swear to God. The Mexicans have their own car service. The Indians have their own car service. The blacks have the NYPD. It's awesome. Everyone's getting a ride, just not all to the same place. But it's awesome. I love racism. Racism's funny, right? Because you never know when it's going to come out and hit you out of nowhere. It's just crazy. Like one time, I'm in the supermarket and I'm waiting online to get checked out. And you know how you talk to the person in front of you, like while you're waiting, right? So I'm talking to this guy, we're going back and forth. Finally he pays, he's about to leave. But before he leaves, he turns to me. He's like, hey man, so where are you from? I'm like, yo, I'm from Queens, born and raised. He's like, wow, you speak great English. I didn't know what to say. I was like, gracias, gracias. Gracias. Pendejo, gracias. Gracias, gracias. I get that a lot when people first meet me. When they meet me, they always assume that I'm Latino. Yeah, I'm actually only half Latino. My mother's from Colombia, and my father's missing. So, it's only half. And because I was born here, English was my first language. I didn't speak Spanish as a kid. I hardly knew the language, right? But when you come from a Latino family, you always have those Spanish cousins that do speak it fluently. And they used to love teasing me in Spanish because they knew I did not understand what they were saying. Like every time I went over to my cousin's house, he used to be like, yo, Pudge, what do you want for dinner tonight, man? You want chicken or pollo? I didn't know. I was like, give me chicken. Because I'm allergic to polio. I didn't get the shot. I got a stepfather. His name is Felix. I love him to death because he married my mom and he helped raise me. God bless him. You know, he's everything to me. But he's one of these old school Latinos that I can't take him anywhere because he's always embarrassing me. Because when he talks about people, he doesn't call people by their names. He calls them by their race. In Spanish. I swear to, I could be like, yo, Felix, we're gonna go see that Jackie Chan movie? He's like, ese chino. Yo, Felix, you heard Shaquille O'Neal retired? Ese negro. Yo, Felix, you heard what happened to Tiger Woods? Ese chino negro. So I'm a dad. I got 2 kids. I love my kids to death, but I hate Father's Day. I'm one of those fathers. Because it upsets me so much because as a father, my first instinct is to give my kids everything, the best, right? The best schools, the best clothes, the best toys, everything. Here comes Father's Day, my day, this one day. And what do I get? I get a tie. made out of construction paper that opens up into a card. You ever see one of these? Every year I get it. Happy Father's Day, Dad. We love you. Sign your son and daughter. Now, a lot of people are like, oh my God, Pudge, that's so sweet. How can you not like that? My kids are 14 and 18 years old. They both have checking accounts. Do you know how hard it is to realize that I raised two cheap bastards? You know how hard? It hurts. And it hurts because these kids, they're so expensive. I mean, kids have always been expensive, but today they're more expensive than ever because of technology, right? It's crazy. Technology has driven these kids up. Oh my God. My daughter, 4 years old, when she asked me for a cell phone. You believe that? 4 years old. She ran up to me one day. She's like, Daddy, 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 I want a cell phone. Could I have a sidekick? I'm like, sure, cutie, no problem. Bam! Kicked her right in the ribs. I'm like, there's your sidekick. I got so mad. I lost it. I yelled at her. I'm like, who the hell told you to get a cell phone? She was like, Mommy said I could. So you know what I did, right? I ran up on her mother, yelled at her. I'm like, did you tell my daughter she get a cell phone? She was like, yes, she can. She can have a sidekick just like me. Okay. Bam! Kicked her mother in the ribs too. And then she got mad. She's like, why'd you kick me? I said, because it's a family plan.
The other thing I can't stand out here after 26 years, I cannot stand the cops out here. I cannot stand the cops. Folks, where I'm from in New York City cops are the easiest going cops in the country. Pre 9/11, post 9/11, these guys don't want to do a friggin' thing. Their theory is it's either too hot in the summertime or too cold in the wintertime. They're not getting out of their car for nothing. But the beautiful thing about New York City cops is that you can actually get to know these guys. You can talk to them on the street corner, maybe at a pizza parlor, at the counter of a pizza parlor, shoot the breeze with them, maybe even on a nice summer night, pull up at a red light. Hey, officers, who won the Yankee game tonight? Yeah, the Yankees won 5-2. Sabathia pitched a two-hitter and Teixeira hit 2 homers. Hey, listen, guys, we got to get going, but I should tell you the entire back half of your car's on fire. Have a good night. These guys just keep going. You pull up to cops in Los Angeles or in Pasadena at a red light, you don't even want to look at these guys, much less talk to them. All of a sudden, you start having flashbacks of driver's ed.
Is it 10 to 2 or a quarter to 3?
You become the world's greatest ventriloquist. You have somebody in the passenger seat with you. Okay. Very, very slowly, lean over and turn down the stereo. I don't think they like Eminem. And while you do that, I'm going to reach for my seatbelt, which now I can't put on because my foot's on the brake.
I don't know. I like living in New York. Starting to realize how unpredictable of a city it is to live in. Right? You think you're going to do one thing, you end up doing something completely different. The very first week I moved here, I went to go to a grocery store, get some extra money from a Coinstar machine. What I really ended up doing was accidentally sexually assaulting a homeless woman that bent over to pick up a cigarette off of the ground. I said it was an accident, relax. Explain it to you guys. A Coinstar machine, you put loose coins in, you get money out, just so we're all on the same page here. So I went up to one of these machines one day, right? I'm dumping a whole bag of change into the machine. Out of the corner of my eyes, I see this crazy old man staring me down. If you live here, he's just the type of dude you know is going to give you problems. Now I happen to look up and match eyes with him, which is the worst thing that can happen in that situation, because he limped over to me at the machine. He looked me dead in the face and said, "Excuse me, sir, can you spare some change?" I can't say no. Right? Guy sees me dump an entire bag of it into the machine. I panicked. It was my first week in the city. I was like, I swear to God I would help you, but they give me the money inside. Which is the worst thing you can say to a guy like that. Because he was like, okay, I'll just wait for you on the outside. So now I'm at the cashier, right? I'm like, how am I gonna get out of this? I just have to run. Right? I just have to run out of the store. So the cashier hands me the cash. And I took off, dead sprint to this store. Running as fast as I can. I got out of the door and I turned around to make sure that he wasn't gonna follow me. And I mounted the homeless woman in the middle of the street. Violently. She stopped to pick up a cigarette and I didn't see her. She looks back to see what's happening to her. When I tell you guys, I had so much momentum running through the store that to keep from just falling completely on top of her, I had no choice but to put my hands as directly on her lower back there. Am I painting a picture for you guys? You see what's happening? You see this right here? Now, when I did this, I pushed down a puffy jacket that she was wearing, which sent just a disgusting gust of hot, filthy air rolling up my body, knocking me on the ground, and I dropped the money that I got inside. The guy that I was watching out for the entire time saw this happen from the side, ran over, grabbed all the money, and ran away, leaving me now on the ground with the still bent over woman and I staring at each other face to face, with her expecting some sort of answer as to what just happened to her. When I tell you guys, the only thing I could think to say in the moment was, can you spare some change? You guys have been fantastic. Thank you very much.